American walks off the floor, perhaps for the final time.
I hate to say this. Kawhi Leonard wants out of San Antonio.
Leonard fires from the corner. And Leonard goes down again.
This is a San Antonio team that is really headed into a full rebuild.
You just saw the San Antonio Spurs. They were knocked out of playoff contention, which ends a streak of 22 straight years of making the playoffs.
What is up, everyone? Hey, by the way, Derek, right to jump this off, I want to appreciate almost 700 likes already on TikTok on the live already.
Oh, dang.
We just started, and the likes are steadily coming in as I'm looking at them. So
Yeah,
appreciate everybody on
sure.
TikTok watching. Appreciate everyone on here already popping in. Got a fun show tonight. Obviously, NBA's kicked off. Western Conference Finals is on the line tonight. Okay, so he's trying to close out. Then you have Indiana and Knicks tomorrow. Pacers trying to close that out in New York, right? Yeah, in New York tomorrow.
In New York.
So we'll see if hopefully the Pacers don't get a big lead and drop the ball like they did in game 3. And then also I have a little segment we're going to start off with that's going to be a lot of fun. I found some stuff today, and I really wanted to show everyone what I found. And then we're going to talk a little bit about the softball championship series come up. You got 8 teams left, and they kick off tomorrow. So we'll talk about that. Likes are up to 900 on TikTok. Appreciate the love, everybody, on TikTok.
Yeah, let's go.
So real quick before we get started, let's play our sponsor for the night, and then we're going to get it going. All right, Derek, you ready for this?
I'm ready. I have no idea what we're doing.
All right, so we're start off in the East, okay? This is all East stuff, okay?
Okay.
All right. So what I'm going to put up, there's 3 per slide, and we're just going to rate these logos on them. Let's just say a 1 to 5 scale.
Okay.
5 being amazing and 1 being hand.
Okay. The Raptors, without question, is the best one on there.
Okay.
Because I'm going to tell you that's a 40. And I'm going to tell you why. One of my favorite movie series is Transformers.
Mm-hmm.
And that dude looks like a Decepticon fixing to transform, so I love it. I love it. Being Irish, I'm going to give the Boston Celtics one a 10. The Miami Heat's a 3 because it's the same. It's the same as they have now. I mean, it looks cool, but
I like the background in there. Kind of get Miami, the city.
Yeah, let me get my pen. We're gonna go Toronto, and Boston right now are my top two favorites.
All right, cool. So yeah, I'm with you. I like the Celtics one a lot, but that Toronto Raptor one is
That's
super
sick,
dope.
dude. I mean, I'm gonna be completely honest with you. That is awesome.
Yeah, so these are like logos redone, and they're all different than what they are now. So that's why.
So let me ask you this. I don't think there's really an answer to it. Why can't they change the logos up? Like, why do they have to have the boring logos at all times? Like, you can't make some like this right here. Why can't the Toronto Raptors use that? That is freaking sweet.
Could you imagine the jerseys?
That's what I'm saying. Like that darker purple with that red, the darker red. That is sweet, dude.
Yeah. This would be super sweet. So again, this is all East teams to start with. So these are the first three. Here's the second three.
The Knicks. I love the Knicks are pretty sweet. It's very basic, but it's the downtown with the garden and Madison Square Garden. That looks good.
I do like that Cavaliers one though. That Cavaliers one is pretty dope. The Bulls is kind of like the Miami one. It's kind of the same.
Yeah, the Cavaliers ones makes me think of like Karl Anthony Towns, like real zesty. Like he's got
it reminds me of when I look at him, I think of Captain Jack Sparrow. That's who I think of.
Oh yes, another great movie. Another great yes.
So
I'm sticking with the Toronto, and I think you started off fire. I mean, those first two were awesome, but the Bulls are kind of boring. I mean, it's cool to see the bull. Like, I think that's an awesome looking bull. He looks mean.
Yeah.
But for me on this one, it's the Knicks. Got Statue of Liberty, MSG. That's dope.
Yeah, I agree. I love the Knicks ones too. I love that Statue of Liberty in the middle there. You got the water there in the background. The boat's coming. I mean, it's sick. So and this three, I'd go Knicks, Cavaliers, Bulls. Kind of that would be my three here. All right. I don't know. They're all dope. But I'm gonna tell you right now. My number one, I gotta go with the Magic. I don't know. I love it. I love that Magic.
I like the coloring of the Magic, but the Pistons looks like a freaking transformer.
Yes.
I love the old school coloring in the Detroit Pistons one. I think that is sweet. The Nets, it looks like the Knicks one. I mean, I'm not going to say boring, but it's very classic, very like sleek looking.
Mm-hmm.
Got the Brooklyn Bridge, which is dope. The gray white. So for me, it would be the Pistons, and I would actually put the Pistons above Boston. So I have Toronto and the Pistons 1 and 2.
Yeah, on this one, I'd go Magic, Detroit Nets. I don't know. I don't know what it is. I love the one with all that.
Oh yeah, like I said, I mean it's sweet. Like that's pretty. It's sick.
Yeah, that's sick. All right. Bradley over on TikTok said, "Who do you think winning the finals?"
The finals? Well, we got to see who's getting there first.
If Bradley, we'll say this: if the OKC gets there, I think if OKC play the Pacers, I think it's better than expected. But I think personally, I don't know. I'm sure Derek would agree with me. It's probably going to be OKC winning it. I'm not sure down the stretch who can hang with them in the long-term series.
Yeah.
So I would say the OKC just based off of that.
Yeah, I mean they're deep. OKC is so deep. I'm not sure anybody matches up with them in depth. I think they would take a surprise off of anybody's bench. Like, you have to have a 15-point scorer and probably somebody random every night scoring 10 to hang with them.
Yep, I agree. All right, we're going to close out the East. These are the last three East.
Oh, give me the Hornets, dude. That is those colors. Again, that's kind of the older school Hornets, the darker colors. The Bucks, it's like a zombie buck. I do like the colors. Hawks are kind of boring to me. I mean, the red eyes look cool, I guess you could say.
I think out of like when I look at all three, this is my favorite three because all of them to me are good. Like they're not all boring. Atlanta Hawks, I like how it's mean looking, it's sticking out, and you have the feathers on it. I mean, I like all these, but the Hornets, that Hornets is something else, man. That Hornets is super dope. So out of this one, that's definitely my favorite is the Hornets. That thing is super, super sick. Okay, off to the I think that's all. Oh, no, one more. I forgot. I lied. One more.
The Wizards is dope. Like,
Yeah,
let's just be honest. The Wizards is nice. The Pacers is plain, but I do like it. I like the indie track behind it. I think that's pretty cool. I think
that's what I like the most about the indie was that track behind it.
But probably for me, I love the 76ers. I think the 76ers is the best one on this page. Even though I think the Wizards is unbelievable, the 76ers with the Liberty Bell is kind of what sets it off for me. The Stars, the Liberty Bell. So yeah, that's where I would be on these three.
Okay, cool. I think I'd go Wizards, 76ers, Pacers. I love the Pacers.
Left to right,
still.
pretty much.
Yeah, left to right for me. Okay, so that's all the East. All right, now we gotta get into the West. I don't know which ones are. I don't know which group is better. You can tell us that. All right, here we go.
The Lakers without So
obviously the Snakes there. That's for Kobe, obviously.
That's for Kobe. That really doesn't have anything to do with the Lakers, right?
The Golden State one is.
The Golden State is sweet. Now, if the Maverick one was more Transformer-like, I think it would be a whole lot like the Raptors was,
Or the Detroit one.
And the Detroit one, yeah. But I love the Golden State one. I think that's super sick.
Yeah. Yes. I'm going Golden State, my favorite out of these three. I love the Lakers, but like you said, this is more of I would call this the Kobe Bryant Laker logo, not the Los Angeles Laker logo.
Yes, exactly.
I do love the palm trees around it. That's pretty sick. So yeah, I love the Warriors here. That's my favorite one out of these three. All right, next group. That Denver one. Oh
man,
I don't know.
I would be honest. I like the Pelican one.
The Pelican one is dope. It's on Bourbon Street. Obviously, you could tell.
That's exactly what I was thinking, man. The Denver, the minor for the Nuggets. I mean, I get that. I like the diamonds around the ball. But I like the Pelican one. I think if you were to take New Orleans Pelicans off of that and just had the Pelican and Bourbon Street and all that, I'd be like, that's the New Orleans Pelicans. Like that is them.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know which one's better. I really like the Denver one. I like the background of it. It looks like you're in a cave or in a mine cave, underground. That's kind of sick. I don't know, but I really like the Pelicans too. I think I'm gonna go Pelicans and then Nuggets and then Sacramento on this one. That'd be Pelicans being my favorite. Oh, I don't know which one is next. Okay, yeah.
I love the Wolves one.
I know that Wolves is so sick.
It reminds me of the Lycans on Underworld.
Yeah,
that's what it looks. That's what it looks like. So that's dope. Spurs. That's kind of bland. It's bland, but it's what to expect with the Spurs. I mean, we're not flashy. We're not sick, right? I mean,
yeah, that's expected. You have it downtown San Antonio with a cowboy.
Yeah,
in the background. I mean, it's sick. Obviously, it's better than what any of these are better than any of them have now. There's no doubt about it. We can. The third one's good. Obviously, it's a Thor-ish type player. A Thor with the hammer. You can say that, but I got to go Timberwolves here. That's
I agree. 100% Timberwolves.
Super sick.
But we can just go ahead and X out the Blazers. That's trash.
Hey, what do you expect? It's the Blazers, right?
That's what I'm saying. The Clippers is pretty sick.
Yeah. The Grizzlies.
The bear for the Grizzlies reminds me. Did you ever see that movie, The Cocaine Bear?
Mm-mm.
Okay, so it's a true story. Like there were some drug dealers out in the woods, and the bear ate their cocaine and went on like a killing spree.
Oh, well, that's perfect for
In
this.
for real story, real life that happened. And that's what the bear looked like. His eyes were like jacked up and everything. But for me, the Clippers one is pretty sick.
Yeah, the Clippers is. I didn't really understand it at first, but now it makes sense. Like the whole scene, like when you put it together, it's dope. Like in the water, yeah, that's dope. I mean, Derek, I'm gonna say this: if Adam Silver is watching our show, please think about doing some like if you want to make the NBA pop again, make some logo changes. Okay,
yes.
Make some logo changes because it's they're bland. They're bland. But yeah, I'd go Clippers, Grizzlies, Blazers, and right how they're on the screen. I do, like I said, the bear, the night in the background, those colors. It's sick. I feel like I saved the best for last.
Probably the Suns for me with the Phoenix.
Like the Suns.
Yeah, that reminds me. I know I'm harping on this, but that reminds me of the it's Transformers 2, the bird that becomes the copying machine and all that. Mm-hmm. That's who that is. That's where I'm going with this. I'm sticking to a theme, so I'm running with it. And the Jazz is boring. I mean, it's cool colors. I like the deeper colors. The deeper colors are cool. Rockets, I mean, it's cool. But the Phoenix one is I don't put it over. It's third for me overall. I've got the Toronto. The Jazz need a whole makeover. They don't allow music. But yeah,
these are sick, man. When I saw these and then I found all 30, I was like, oh, dude, I've got to bring this into the show tonight because like it's almost like a rebranding of each, not rebranding, but relogoing of the teams. And
like I said, what I like about it is all the colors are darker. I enjoy the darker colors. I think they pop better. I think they look better.
I think if any of these teams put any of these logos on their jerseys, they all are better than what they have now. I mean,
yeah, for sure.
Easily 100%
could you
better.
imagine the Toronto Raptor one with the Raptor at center court?
Let's go back to that one.
Right there. Imagine that at center court.
That is so dope. Like, what I think of that? I think of Jurassic Park and Transformers.
You've got the Toronto skyline in the back of it. I would bring that up just a little bit. The skyline, maybe put it as a different color or put something back there so it kind of pops a little bit.
You know what they should do with it?
Make it grayish.
Make it gray and then outline each building in like this purple reddish color. Just
just like kind of the Knicks did almost.
Yes, exactly. That's exactly what I was thinking. But yeah, the Toronto one, I think it's my favorite still. I love this Toronto logo. It seems basic, but it's fine.
Yeah, it's dope. It's
better. It's better than what they have now. Like I said, all these are better than any of them have now. But that's a sick logo. So yeah, that's this. Like I said, this is a little something I have had for tonight.
I liked it. That was good. That was.
And everyone watching, if you don't follow us, click that QR code below and add us on all
everything.
Everything right there. Click, scan that, and you can add us in any shape or form on all of our socials.
However you watch or listen or comment, I mean, it doesn't matter. We want you to follow us. We want you to pop into the chat, talk with us, and give us some of your takes and give us some of your ideas. Or I think Evan put it out perfectly today. What's that one question on your mind, sports related, that you want to know?
Yes, please pop in comments on Facebook, X, YouTube, Twitch, wherever.
Tonight's kind of we don't really have a plan. We know what we're going to talk about, but we don't really have a plan for it, which is a little unorthodox for us. So I'm going to jump into something completely left field here.
Let's do it.
You posted it the other night, and I think you were 100% spot on. The Stars are cooked.
Yep.
They gave all they had in game one, and they are cooked. I don't see them coming back. They play
tomorrow.
Friday night, the 29th.
Tomorrow's the 29th, ain't it?
No. Tomorrow's 28th.
Oh dang! I thought they played.
Yeah, they gave all they could give in that first game when they had to come back, and they said, "Screw it, we're done. We're done."
Yeah, Dallas is done. I mean, the problem is Edmonton's goalie has been phenomenal.
Yes,
except for game one, he started off good. Tomorrow's the 29th. That's what I thought.
Tomorrow's the 29th. Oh, it sure is.
Why
I think today was 27. Well, I got a lot of paperwork wrong at work then. I had to go back and redo a bunch of paperwork.
But yeah, Edmonton's goal has been phenomenal since game 2 and beyond. And then Dallas's goalie hasn't been the best. He hasn't played very well, but also Dallas can't put the puck in the goal.
No, that offense is struggled.
Yeah. I would be surprised if Dallas wins tomorrow. I just don't see it happening. I think Edmonton is a 3-1. I just don't see it happening. And then
if they win tomorrow, it's just to prolong the series. They don't win the series. You're not coming. I don't know if there's ever been a 3-1. Somebody come back 3-1 in hockey.
Man,
that'd be tough.
I mean, in any sport, being down 3-1 when it's a 7-game series or whatever, it's hard to do. I mean, especially when you're the team, knowing you just need one more game, it's hard to do, man. And Dallas is – I hate to say this, but again, we have been failed by a Dallas team. They were looking great, and Edmonton is – they're here for a reason. Excuse me, they made the finals last year. And we're looking for another rematch.
So teams that have came back from a 3-1 in the history of hockey, the 1942 Maple Leafs,
oh God,
the 2023 Panthers, and the 2022 Rangers. So it has happened. It has happened, but it hasn't happened in Texas. So I don't see that changing.
Right? Yeah, I don't either. I think Dallas is done. I hate saying that because I really wanted them to at least make it to the finals.
I thought they would at least make a run. I agree.
Yeah, but here we
Florida's up 2-0 right now. Florida. Miami. The Hurricanes. No. The Hurricanes are up 2-0 on the Panthers right now. I'm sorry. Florida leads the series. Yes, Florida leads the series 3-1. So there's another 3-1. I thought the Panthers would struggle a little bit. I thought Florida would struggle going to 7 games, having to beat the Maple Leafs in 7, and the Hurricanes, Carolina kind of running through the Capitals in 5. But it's been the opposite. Florida has played really solid, played really well. A little shocked. I think I did pick them, but I am a little shocked at them. But that's kind of where I'm at on that one.
I mean, if the Hurricanes win tonight, I mean, I'm not giving up on them just yet because they were down 3-0 and come back to win 2. If they were to find a way to win that 6th game, I'll be worried if I'm Florida at that point because you dropped a 3-0 lead. And so we'll see what happens with that. I mean, Hurricanes are up 2-0. What period are they in?
They are in the
probably the second.
Just started the second. So Thunder 22 in the second.
Oh my God!
Timberwolves scored 14 points.
Yeah, it's over.
It's over.
Okay, she's moving on. There's no way they dropped this with the 22-point lead. Not even halfway through the second. Now it's 24.
Yeah.
So.
Let's see who's doing something. Julius Randle, 3 points.
Oh my God.
Ant, 7 points. They have 3 starters with 0 points. McDaniels is 0 for 6. Gobert is 0 for 0, and Conley is 0 for 2.
Yeah, I mean you're just not gonna be able to do anything.
Shea's got 12. Hartenstein has 2. Williams has 6. Chet has 9.
Wow.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
now it's 41. They're supposed to be up 30. They scored 9 in the first quarter. 9. It was 26-9 after one. So let's do this. What does Minnesota do going forward? Because this series is over. This series is cooked.
I mean, man, like we said, man, they've got to get. I'm going to go defense because Anthony Edwards is a great defender. Okay, him and Daniels are the leaders on the defense. I know people think, well, what about Gobert? He's been a no-show. Offensively, we don't expect much offensively. Like we expect 10 points maybe max is like what you're looking to get from him. Like you don't expect more.
Yeah.
But his defensive side of the ball and rebounding has been atrocious, terrible. Like you're getting outworked by Hartenstein, and I'm not knocking Hartenstein because he's a phenomenal center. He's had a breakout year, and the Timberwolves have got to get more help offensively.
So I seen a trade scenario. Forgive me because I don't remember exactly who was traded in the package, but it was Trae Young coming to Minnesota.
That'd be a big upgrade from Mike.
That would be a massive upgrade for Minnesota. It would give Ant another option that can create on their own, that can get buckets, that can space the floor, that they can't just collapse down on him real bad because he can kick it out to Trae or vice versa.
Right.
And I've beat this horse for a long time, but do you know? No, I agree, Evan. Not defensively, Trae Young does not help them at all. But I think they can address that elsewhere. But I will say this: if again, I've beat this horse. Do you know who Nancy Kerrigan is?
Mm-mm.
So you remember when Tanya Harding is ice skaters? Remember when Tanya Harding hit her right before I think the Olympics took her out?
Mm-hmm.
That's what they need to do to Rudy Gobert. Somebody needs to sneak in and hit Rudy Gobert just so he's done because he's atrocious. He is a rim protector. That's it. This game is gotten away from Rudy Gobert. He is not a stretch five. He can't guard the perimeter. He can't do any of that. He is a liability in the fourth. He is just horrible. They need to find a way to package him and somebody buy him out. And I'm going to tell you, defensive wise, I would love to see 2 trades for Minnesota. I think they could go all in on 2 trades, and I think it would help them offensively with Trae Young. Defensively, I would love to go see them get Triple J from Minnesota. I mean, from Memphis. Get Jaren Jackson Jr. Bring him in. He can bang the boards. He can guard the perimeter. Now, he's not going to stretch you out and shoot threes and all this and that, but he can get you some points. He's a little bit bigger body. He's not as tall. He's not as long, but he's going to be able to get you some points down low. He's going to be able to guard. He's going to be able to guard Jokic on the perimeter. He's going to be able to guard Wemby. He's going to be able to guard Anthony Davis. He's going to be able to guard those guys. Chet.
Mm-hmm.
But we're talking Western Conference Finals, and my center's putting up 3 points in 29 minutes. We need to figure something out.
Yeah, and if that's the route you go, and this is another key for Minnesota. You've got to find a way to keep Naz Reid and make him start him. You have to if you go that route, because then you have another offensive weapon who can play defense. Not like I'm not saying he's going to give you 30 or nothing like that, but he can shoot the 3. He can. And I'm going to assume this is Evan, but DeJounte Murray would be another great point guard because he can do both.
Yes, Murray would be great. Murray would be phenomenal.
Offensively, he can score. He's a good defender. He's a big, long, lengthy point guard. He's almost like a Shea. He's real long and lengthy. Like he would be great for them in a matchup like this. Again, I'm not going to say they'd win the series, but I think defensively and offensively you get more scoring. So Minnesota's got to address these issues, because if they come back with the same team, which I don't see happening, because look, last year they got to the Western Conference Finals and just got beat by Dallas, even though it was hot. They were a 6th seed this year, which I did not expect Memphis to be this good. Now, granted, they got the Lakers in the first round. It went as expected after we saw a few games. Then they played the Warriors, banged up Steph. I still think Minnesota wins that series because how they were playing at the moment. And then how they are right now, they just don't have nothing. They can't do enough offensively, and they don't have enough defense to stop the OKCs or stop them. They don't have enough to slow them down. I mean, it's about to be a 30-point game. There's 27 right now, and they're just jacking up threes because they have nothing else to do. They can't keep pace with them. So Minnesota's got to get offensive and defensive help some way or another. And I'm not talking about one player, but if you do want to go one player to see what that does, DeJounte Murray's a great guy. I think he'd be great with them. He's a dog. I mean, he was in San Antonio, and I hate when he left. I understood when he left, too. The San Antonio was in complete rebuild mode, and they did him right by letting him go or trading him off that way. Now, maybe Atlanta thought they had better aspirations, bringing him with Trae Young, but it didn't work. It wasn't going to work. So Minnesota's just got to get help offensively and defensively, and because now when you're in the NBA in the West, your goal is how do we beat OKC? How do we beat the Nuggets if they come back somewhat constructed as is, because they're still a threat, But right now it's like how do we build a team to beat OKC down the stretch? That should be the goal for every West team. Hell, even the East teams. It's who can match up with OKC the best. And we may be surprised, and maybe the Pacers match up better if that's the matchup we get. We won't know, but I'll tell you what. If the Pacers, which again they're up 3-1, I expect them to win the series. I'm not counting them out. It's not doing it until I see a game or two in. Then that'll tell me if they can then hang with OKC or not.
I will say this, since we're kind of on the Eastern Conference stuff now. I'm calling this right now. If the Knicks lose, Giannis will be a Knick. They will sell the farm to package Giannis with Brunson, and I don't know.
Do they give up Cat for that?
They'll give up a package around Cat, Hart, Bridges, or OG. They'll have to put a package of some of those four. They'll probably keep one.
Who do they keep? If I'm them, I
think I keep OG if it's me. I don't know if y'all saw the video that I sent of after the last game. They were at the podium talking, and Hart was on his phone, and they asked him something, and he was like, "Oh no, I was ordering DoorDash." And Brunson rolled his eyes and just shook his head like he was pissed. Like he does not like losing, and these people just don't care. Caleb said the same thing. I put a potential trade package on the show. Yeah, I got the trade machine up. I actually pulled it up.
So here's my thoughts on the Knicks thing. If you give up Cat now, and let's say you do get a Giannis out of the deal, you've got to go find some more points. I'm not saying okay, let me say it. You got to go find more scoring, shot creator type players. Because Cat is a big man, but he can shoot, and he honestly can create a shot as a big man. So I do agree with you. You do have to, I think you keep OG because he's young. You don't want to give him up and then give up,
Let's see what we can put together right here. Let's just see what we can put together that might work.
Oh, we have a special guest.
Special guest. What's up, little man? How's he feeling?
Well, he's up. So
that's a good thing.
No, it's not. He's usually in bed by 7.
Oh, you mean he's just up past bedtime? I got you.
He's waving hi. Say hi.
That's what's up, buddy.
Say hi.
He's past bedtime, but I'm waving, so it's okay. It's okay.
You gonna say night? Say bye. You're just gonna wave? That's all you're gonna do is just wave?
All right, let's see.
You see Mr. Derek? Can you say Derek? Say Derek.
There you go. I like it. Ah, he's like, I can't get in trouble right now because I'm being good. I'm being
Yeah,
good.
yeah.
He's everywhere.
Okay, go with mama. Say bye-bye. Tell everybody say bye-bye. Say bye-bye.
Good cat.
And not go with mama. Oh my god, that's hilarious.
That was pretty good.
Dude, honestly, that's usually how he is. I don't know what's been going on. Like, he had the RSV or whatever. And he's usually in bed by 7, but like we put him in bed at 6 because it's been taking him an hour. Like, I don't know how y'all are, but we're like the parents that like throw him in the bed and then we're like, all right, you go to bed. And so that's what we do. And he laid there for an hour and 15 minutes just crying. So we were like, my wife got him out. And I don't know what's going on. I don't know if he's getting older, he's want to stay up, but he's never like that. I tried to get him to do that on Sunday, and he was like not all about it. That's why I was muted. I'm glad he took me off because like he's usually like that. That's his usual self. So, but here we are. Okay, so we had the trade up. I saw one that was Cat, Bridges, McBride, and Robinson in the 2023 for Giannis.
Yo, what's up, Josh?
Hey, so Kuzma's interesting, but here's the problem. Here's the problem with Kuzma. You just didn't get what you expected out of him as well. He was supposed to be the 3. He became the 2. He became the second top, kind of supposed to score, and he was like a no-show in the playoffs. Oh, McBride, though. See, I like McBride. So you're saying they would keep – so Evan's saying they would keep OG, and I think Hart's gone.
Yeah.
I think right there with that, with Evan, I'm good with that. But I would take out McBride and keep McBride, and I would let Josh Hart walk. Me personally,
I'm trying to mess with it. I'm trying to figure out how it's got to be a 3-team trade for cap reasons. I'm trying to get Minnesota some help. What if Bridges went to Minnesota and Gobert came to New York? So you'd have to figure out some more pieces. Maybe Kuzma to Minnesota as well. The Timberwolves need to cut 26 from the Timberwolves. So the Timberwolves are taking on too much.
What about Mike Conley? This is a chance to get rid of Mike Conley.
What if Milwaukee took on that? Would that help you out? So now the Bucks are taking on too much. I mean, that's not a bad trade. If you could figure that out, you get Bridges and Kuzma in Minnesota with Ant. Now, you lose both of your bigs, so you have to figure something out there.
Mm-hmm.
The Knicks get Gobert and Giannis. The Bucks get Towns, Randall, and Hart. Honestly, if I'm the Bucks, I think you just tank. Hope for the number 1 pick. Dame's not playing. You're finna trade Giannis.
Yeah, I agree. I think with that's
kind of where I think. What I think.
It's going to be a massive trade, and I agree. It's a 3-team trade somehow.
Yeah, it's got to be. The salaries have to match up some way to get it work. I tried to man, I really want to figure this one out.
Hey, appreciate you joining from the post. BL Hagen. I mean, dude, we have 9.6K likes on TikTok, so appreciate all the love on TikTok. It's huge.
How much?
Appreciate everyone popping in. 2.6K.
Oh, nice.
Yo, what's up? Appreciate it. Yeah. I mean, everybody, please keep joining in. We appreciate everybody popping in and hanging out. But, yeah, it all comes down to, 30-point game. I know defense is big, right? What's the saying? Defense wins championships. But here's my thing. If you can't score the ball, you ain't going to win nothing.
It don't matter.
Like, Minnesota got here by doing what they do best, but they ran into a team that is the best defensive team in the league. and one of the best scoring teams in the league and the MVP. Like when you face a team like that, you've got to have scoring. You've got to have scoring if your defense isn't working. Well, when you don't have both, here's your result. Exactly where it's a 30-point game, and Minnesota is just they're done. Like they're going to jack up threes to try to come back in this game, and they're just going to get further behind because offensively their 3-point percentage has been terrible in this series. And all I gotta say is Minnesota, just go get. Really, I think you just could take any offensive and defensive help, whether it's a big like a DeJounte Murray, like we said, or finding a way to get a. I mean,
does Minnesota sell the farm for Giannis?
I mean, again, if any team get, I sound like a broken record when I say this. We've been saying this. Any team that's getting Giannis, you're getting better defensively. And you're going to get better around the basket or inside the paint because of what he does best. Your offensive, when you get an offensive or when you get a defensive rebound, you're going to run down the court and you can give it to Giannis and he can take it all the way to the hole. Like that's what you get. You have to have scoring. You cannot depend on Giannis to shoot a bunch of threes and make them. Like it's just a fact. I'm not knocking how good he is. To me, he's a top 10 player in this league. I'm not knocking that. But what you don't get from him, you've got to have that. Now, yes, Anthony Edwards can get you that, but it can't just be him and Ant. It ain't. They'd be in the same position they're in now.
Yeah.
You have Julius Randle who can score the ball, who can drive the ball, who can play defense. But if you give that up, you're kind of in the same boat. Like I'm not saying Julius Randle is better than him, but you're almost in the same boat. If you get Giannis, you have to get shooters.
I'm going to tell you what it's going to boil down to.
It's shooters, man.
Anthony Edwards is going to turn into Damian Lillard. He's going to try to stay in Minnesota and make it work, and his career is going to go wasted. It's going to be wasted.
Yeah, I mean they got to get him some scores, man. Anthony Edwards,
Yo,
what's up,
Wire to Wire? How you doing?
What's up, Wire, man? How are you, man? If they don't get if this is the peak Minnesota in general in the future, Anthony Edwards is not going to resign. He wants to win a championship. Like we say, some of these young guys come in, they're here for the money, they're here for a spot, they're here for their accolades, and that's it. That is a thing in the NBA. If you don't believe that, then you don't know the game of basketball. I'm sorry, but you don't.
Here you go. Evan said, with Dallas trying to get young, somehow put Anthony Davis in Minnesota.
Now we're talking.
Now that's a solid take, but there's nobody on Minnesota that you can justify because think of it this way: who on Minnesota are you trading Luka for? Because that's what it's gonna be. You traded Luka for AD, so you're theoretically giving up Luka for somebody in Minnesota. But outside of Anthony Edwards, there's nobody in Minnesota that it would be worth Luka. Which I don't think AD was worth Luka, but they did.
Yeah, I agree with what Wire said. He said he's doing great. Minnesota isn't constructed well. People are going to get lost on them making the conference finals. Again, where they are right now, Minnesota, this is their peak with Anthony Edwards and whoever else they have, unless you get another superstar here. Like there is no more. The conference finals is going to be the farthest you get because you got to realize Spurs are going to get better. Okay, so they're up and coming. So there's another team. The Rockets
are good.
Rockets are up and coming.
And we ain't even started to talk about the Rockets. I mean, I'm hearing KD to the Rockets every day. KD to the Rockets. KD to the Rockets.
Teams are going like Spurs. I think with their draft, whatever they decide to do, they're going to be better next year. The Rockets, better. Whatever they decide to do, whether they get KD or whatever they do, going to be better next year. Listen, don't forget about the Warriors. Like they can still. I mean, who knows what happens if they have Steph? I'm not saying.
I think the Warriors have one run left. I think this year is their last hurrah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. They've got to. But here's the thing: who is going to want to come to Minnesota outside of just Anthony Edwards being there? And I'm not knocking him. You just got to look at some of the best teams I've ever played. I mean, I go to this, and obviously there's a little bit more to it, but look, Kawhi wanted out of San Antonio, and he was the guy.
Yep.
He wanted out. That's what I'm saying. Like, so yes, if you're pitching a player, let's say a Giannis.
Evan, you talking about Golden State? Go ahead, Justin. Sorry, he commented on.
No. I was just saying, like, if I'm Giannis, what do you pitch to Giannis from Minnesota? You've got to pitch Giannis championships. And right now, adding him to Minnesota and just him and Ant and whoever else, it's not going to do it. Here's my thing. Right now, is Dame better or Ant better when they were at their best? Well, Ant's at his best currently. Because defensively, Ant's better than Dame. Now in Dame's prime, I'm not sure who's better offensively. It's close because Ant's not even in his prime. He's like pre-prime. I think we can agree on. He's pre-prime. He's pushing that.
Jimmy Giannis is who Evan's saying in Golden State. I think it would depend on who you give up. That's a solid 3, but who do you give up? What did your depth look like?
It's always going to be the depth for me. For whoever gets Giannis.
I think people sign for the coattail ride on that. Because you look at those 3, they're going to be like a Naz Reid, who'll take a $1.1 million deal for 2 years. I think Kuminga's gone. Milwaukee gets Kuminga. You're trading that. Yeah.
I like the stuff Jimmy Giannis. I'm going to tell you why. You got your shooting. But again, you're going to have some role players shooting outside of Steph, right? Because listen, Steph's older. He's had some injuries. He got injured this year, and that's probably the reason they lost. I don't know if they beat Minnesota with Steph. I'm not saying they don't, but I don't know. We will never know because we didn't get the matchup. We got Jimmy, and that was pretty much it.
Yeah.
Draymond, to me, is not an offensive factor. He's still a good defender, and he's the energy of the team. He looks to get kicked out of every game. That's what he does for you. I like the Steph Jimmy Giannis, but you've got to have some shooters around him outside of just Steph. Because with just Steph, he's older. He can shoot still. He's older. So it would be, who do you surround those 3 with? That's kind of where I am with that package.
Yeah, I agree.
Jalen Green would be great for them. But here's the thing. If the Houston does it, if it's up to Jalen, like, do I resign? Do I leave? I don't think he leaves the Rockets. I think he gets traded anyways. I don't know if
everything that I've seen, he goes to Phoenix for KD.
Yeah,
he's like a piece.
Yes, he is, and I love Jalen Green. Like, I think he's a phenomenal young player. He's a slasher. He can shoot. So it's, again, I've said this probably 12 times since we talked about this. It's whoever you surround around Giannis is depending on where you go, how far you go. That's what it's going to come down to.
Now, let me ask you this. This is something we haven't talked about.
Okay.
What if Giannis stays? What can Milwaukee do for Giannis? How does Milwaukee sell Giannis? Ride the boat one more year and wait till Dame comes back healthy?
No. I think what you do is this offseason, you've got to make moves prior to him making his decision to show him you're actually going to try to do whatever you're going to do. You can't just be like, oh, hey, this is what we think we're going to do, because we can think we're going to do whatever.
Yes, Giannis is their only asset. Evan said that on the TikTok. I completely agree. But
like Dame, listen, and when it comes to Dame isn't Dame no more.
No.
The best Dame you'll get is kind of where Clay is at, and no disrespect to both.
Yes,
but Dame is, his prime is over. He's coming into the end of his career. I mean, what if he decides just to hang it up? I mean, you never know. I mean, some people aren't like that. Some people don't like going out
I'll tell
like
you
that.
What Dame should do. Dame would be a great 6th, 7th man. Run a second team. Right? Run the second team. And kind of figure that out. Be that spark off the bench, but it's hard to pay $47 million for a seventh man.
Right. Yep. It's going to be interesting, man. It's going to be real interesting to see what happens with all of this offseason. I mean, we get the draft. The draft's in a few weeks.
End of June.
So maybe about a month away. Let's just say
is that what we said? NBA.
I think we're going to have a very busy draft. The draft's going to be busy.
Oh, I think before the draft will be busy.
Mm-hmm. Like leading up to the draft, you're going to really start hearing stuff.
The 25th and 25th and 26th.
We're up to 3K likes on the TikTok. Appreciate all the
love
on TikTok.
I see that.
Appreciate it big time. Okay, so
I think it'll be one of the most interesting off seasons that we've had in the NBA in a while because there's so much movement. I think going to happen. I think this is my personal opinion. I'm just going to throw some stuff out there. I wouldn't be surprised if Zion gets traded. Giannis, KD, Book, Bill. I could see Phoenix just blowing the whole thing up. Trae Young. Man, what is New York going to do?
I was just going to ask that. What is if New York loses this series? Which again, looking at it now, they're on track to lose.
They're going all in for Giannis. I'm telling you right now. As soon as that game's over, I think they're calling the GM of Milwaukee. I know we're off the record. Let's figure this out. Let's go eat lunch. Let's go eat lunch. I'm going to put a blank paper in front of you.
Ooh. Evan said, what if they go for KD and not Giannis? The thing about KD, you know what you're going to get, right? You're going to get an offensive weapon. You're getting an offensive weapon. I'm not saying he's bad defensively because he's long, lengthy. He can play defense.
Where do you rank Giannis in the NBA right now?
So
this is for you too, Evan.
So I'm going to. So I mean. I got Jokic as the best player in the league still. I mean, we didn't win MVP, but for me, it's Giannis. I mean, it's KD. I mean, god dang it.
Jokic.
I'm going SGA as my number 2 player. He won MVP. You got to respect that. It's not like his numbers are fluid. I mean, Anthony Edwards, number 3. Is that crazy? I mean.
Yeah, and I'm not talking just scoring ability. I'm talking about overall game.
Oh, I know. That's what I'm saying. Anthony Edwards
Evan has Giannis at 4. Would you put him top 5?
Yeah, I'd put him top 5.
Where do you put KD?
I mean, still top 10 for me.
Because I can promise you're selling the farm for either one. So, are you selling the farm for a top 5 guy, or are you selling the farm for a top 10 guy?
And Evan, were you saying I'm crazy for saying Ant's number 3?
Yes.
I mean, am I crazy though?
Yes, you're very crazy for that one.
So,
that's a hot take.
I mean, you're putting KD in front of Ant?
Man, I'm going to be honest with you. I saw a TikTok, and I'll have to try to find it, and I will send it to y'all. Dude said KD is not a top 10 player in the league since 2000.
Okay, that's how dumb that person is.
He makes a great point. I'm going to be honest with you. He makes a great. I'm just telling you. So we're going to say Jokic. And this is completely healthy. Everybody's healthy, right? Across the board. We're going to say Jokic. We're going to say Shea. We're going to say Luka. We're going to say LeBron.
I can't. I mean,
I don't like LeBron, but I think LeBron is better than KD. When healthy, everybody healthy. Giannis.
I keep forgetting about all the players. I guess I want to say the future.
Jason Tatum.
I mean, it's
Steph
hard to
Curry?
pick.
Steph Curry,
I mean, dang.
Giannis. That's
Yeah.
8. That's 8 right there. Just rattling off the top of my. That's not even looking at anything.
I mean, Evans got a point. Embiid is top 10 when healthy.
Embiid.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. Everybody's healthy. So you throw Embiid. That's 9 just off the top of my head. I'm not even looking at no rosters or nothing. You telling me I can't find one more player better than Kevin Durant? Devin Booker, when healthy. Devin Booker is the prize for the prize of that team. I guarantee you more people are calling about Book than Wemby. Evan said Wemby. That's 11. So I'm at 11 now without even thinking.
I'm going to make a point here about Wemby. And I'm biggest Spurs fan of all time, I promise you. Wemby's not my top 10. I'm sorry, he's not.
Oh, that's wild. That's hot. That's a hot.
No,
I mean,
but listen to me. Here's why. He hadn't showed the consistency for me yet. Offensively, he's not there. Okay, we got to be real about it. He's not there offensively. I'm not saying he can't score. He's had 50-point game already, like only in 2 years. I know that sounds crazy, but listen. Offensively, he's not consistent yet. He's still trying to figure his game out. But defensively, he's the number one best player in the league. You could argue with me all day. Well, he didn't win it because he got hurt. He's by far the best defensive player in the league right now. There's no question about it. If his offensive games take another step this year, and we see him averaging 30 and whatever. No, Evan, I'm not. Yes, defensively, he's the best in the league to me. You can whoever wants to fight with me about that, that's fine. But offensively, he's just not there yet. And maybe because he didn't have the pieces, right? He was the only one there for year one. It was him and all the role players. And then last year it was him, and you had a little glimpse of him and De'Aaron Fox, but you didn't get enough of it. Like, oh yeah, I just don't know if I could put him top 10 yet.
hang on a second.
I don't know.
Here we go.
Maybe I'm crazy for saying that, but I guess I'm looking at where they currently are healthy. Wemby's great. Like, I love Wemby, obviously. I mean, he's in San Antonio, but I just don't have him there yet.
I mean, I'll throw you another 2 names out there. Just thinking. Donovan Mitchell played out of his mind this year. When healthy.
It's hard to pick 10.
When healthy, Anthony Davis. When healthy, Anthony Davis. Where's Kyrie in the mix? Kyrie a top 10 player when healthy?
Can we do not healthy?
I mean, it's there. We me and Evan same time. Kyrie. I mean that.
I mean, yeah.
And that was just off of this year. That dude that did the thing, he was talking since 2010. Since 2010, because if you go back then, now you're throwing in D Wade.
Hey, what's going on, Mr. Everything? Thanks for popping in on TikTok.
Yeah, what's up, Mr. Everything?
Yeah, I don't know, man. Like, why did you do this to me? You said pick 10. I can't. Like, I guess I can't put no one. Like, I think I can do a top.
Now, hang on. I gotta address Evan's comment here. My second favorite player of all time was Carmelo Anthony. I've said that numerous times. Followed him his whole career. Oak Hill, Syracuse, Denver, New York, the brief 30 minutes in Atlanta, OKC, Portland, LA, Houston. I followed all of it. Offensively, Melo, I think, is as good or better than Kevin Durant. He's got a quicker first step. His mid-range game is unbelievable. A slightly better three-point shooter than KD was. I think KD could get to the basket a little bit better. But defensively, I think that's where Melo falls off. Melo's best defensive probably game his entire career was the 2010 Western Conference Finals against the Lakers, where they lost 4-2 to Kobe and them. And Kobe even said that Melo bodied him and was putting up probably one of the hardest fights he's had in that series. Early Melo was. Now I agree, but I'm just talking longevity wise. The later Melo got, first probably I'll give him the first 5 years. He could go both ways, but then I think he more kind of catered to that offensive side because he was steps bound that there's ever been. I mean, dude, he could go in there and get a board, and he's going right back up with it. Loved Melo. But man, that would be a hard pull to put him above KD since 2010. That would be hard for me to do. But I would love to put him number one since Jordan retired, but I just can't do that.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to pick 10. It's hard to pick 20. Hell, it's hard to pick 30 because the league is getting good.
And Marion.
That dude, I mean, he could shoot. Now, it was a little weird.
Jump shot. No, let's not get it twisted.
Whose was worse, him or who's that?
Him. I mean, him.
It was like I don't even know. It was quick, but it was ugly, and it went in the bucket. I mean, but yeah, man. I mean, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna redo these real quick, but I'm not doing 10. I'm gonna give you 5. Okay, y'all have spoken to me a little bit. You start naming off people. You almost forget about some of them, not because they're not good, but just because. I'm going Joker and SGA. Those are my top 2. Like, I'm not even gonna put them in order. I'm just gonna say 5 players, and you put them where you want them. Jason Tatum, got to put him in there. He's a champion. I mean, whatever. I gotta show love. Give me AD. Because listen, when he's healthy, offensive, defensively, he's one of the best, if not the best, in the league. When healthy. Now, last couple of years, he struggled on both sides, right? Not struggled, but health wise, right? But again, we're talking about if healthy. and give me Steph. Offensively, he's still insane at age 36. Like right now, those are my top 5 players, and I'm not in no order. Like it's just them, and then whoever else you want to throw in there. Like I think he did play 70. Yeah, he got hurt a little bit, but that's what I'm saying. Like the last couple of years, he's had some injuries that have really pulled him out of a full season. Again, though, like I could take AD out and put Embiid in. Like when Embiid is healthy, he's unstoppable. But the dude can't even play back-to-backs anymore because of his health. I mean,
yeah.
But I think we got to respect AD. He's still in his prime. He's offensively, defensively one of the best in the game when healthy. Now Steph, offensively, he's phenomenal still. Obviously, defense. He actually played really good defense in that Houston series. Like he was locked. I'm not gonna say locking down, but he was really good defensively for being 36 and doing what he does, especially outside the ball. So. I mean, those for me, I mean, are some of the best top 5 players still in this league. And LeBron could follow right outside that top 5. I mean, I'm not disrespecting LeBron, but I mean, right now he's still really good. But again, he's starting to get injuries. Steph has never got enough credit defensively.
I agree.
He hasn't. I completely agree with you. For being his size, he does not get the credit defensively. The dude runs miles every game.
That's what I was just fixing to say. I think he gets caught sometimes, and it looks like he's being lazy on the defensive end. But he just ran off of 9 screens and 3 times across the baseline to get an open look for a 3. And now this is a completely different topic, but that right there is why I say Steph Curry cannot be considered one of the best point guards in NBA history. He is too much the ball out of his hand, running off the screens, running the baseline. He's a shooter. He's a shooter that brings the ball up. I'm sorry. That's what he is. Best shooter of all time? Absolutely. Top point guard of all time? I'm sorry, he's not. A point guard for me is somebody who runs the offense, who runs the team. You look at Rondo, you look at Nash.
I want to say something about about Luka. This is where he's not. This is the reason he's not top 5 for me. And again, offensive, his defense is so bad. It's so bad. That's why he's not in my top 5. It's that I think Stephen Curry's defense is better than Luka.
Oh, without question. Without question.
Now, if we see a Luka get in shape and grow up a little bit, as in like get out of the drinking, whatever he's doing outside, like all the time, we're having a whole different conversation because when Luka got in the league, he was fit.
Yeah.
He could play some defense. He was dunking.
Now,
Last time he said,
AI, that's a whole different thing. AI he played both ways. Now, I'm not saying Steph doesn't, and I'm like you. AI was a shooting guard when he started. Eric Snow was the point guard. AI was that shooting guard, but he had the ball in his hand more times because he was that guy. He was that number one option who just happened to play shooting guard. Now, today's game, you're a theoretical shooting guard, or that's what I'm saying. I agree. The NBA now is positionless. You don't have LeBron brings the ball up. So is LeBron the point guard, even though he's listed as the 4 on the depth chart? It's a positionless game. That's why you have so many stretch. OG Anunoby played the 4. He starts at the 4 for the Knicks. He's 6'7". That's not a 4. I'm sorry. That's a 3 or a big 2. But he starts at the 4. That way they can have Brunson, Hart, Anunoby, Bridges all on the court together. Mismatch on offense, mismatch on defense for them. LeBron started at every position. So, I mean, it's positionless. I mean, the NBA is positionless. So, but yeah, I mean, that's great talks. Great NBA talk right there. I enjoy it. Evan, appreciate you being in here, man. I enjoy the NBA talks, the banner.
Yeah. Well, guys, kind of transition. I mainly want to talk about this, but I know Derek's down to talk about it too. Let's talk about the softball game, the softball championship series coming up. It starts tomorrow. So you have that. These are the 8 teams left. You got Texas, or actually, I would say the matchups. You got Texas playing Florida, Tennessee playing Oklahoma. That's going to be the most fun series to watch out of that. That Oklahoma's going for the 5th.
Yes, 5 in a row.
5 in a row. Then you have Ole Miss and Texas Tech, Oregon and UCLA. Those are the matchups. They all these games are tomorrow, starting at 11. And I watched a lot of softball last weekend. Me and my daughter did. She's big into softball, but I watched a lot even by myself because I like watching softball. I mean, I like watching all sports. But by the way, Derek, I got an announcement to make.
Okay,
I meant to do this early. So your boy, I think I mentioned this. I went to the eye doctor for the first time in 15 years today.
Okay.
In about 2 weeks, your boy will be wearing glasses. Okay.
Okay.
So you'll see a little different version of Dustin with glasses. Going forward,
maybe that help you with your pitching in the softball. Hazel said you were pretty trash. That's why she didn't get a lot of hits because the pitching was horrible.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Derek. I haven't pitched I had to pitch one game. It was in the season still. We actually have our All-Star tournament this weekend, but I'm gonna be honest. When I was pitching, I had trouble with my vision because I found out I struggle with distance.
Distance,
yeah.
Well, since we're talking about pitching, I don't know if she's watching or not, but shout out to my sister. She's pitched 2 perfect games for my niece. That's not good when you're the reason that they hit, but shout out for the 2 perfect games. Nobody on base. Nobody.
I guess I did not realize how bad my eyes were. I had to get obviously, I'm going to be having glasses, but I had to get the blue light stuff on there because she says with all the screen time, sports, whatever, she wants me to have that on to help. And I had to get the ones that she wants me wearing sunglasses at all times when I'm outside. She said there's damage inside my eye from it's she said it's most likely genetics, but every time that sun hits my eyes, and I've not noticed this, But even with like my computer screens, my eyes get sensitive. I'm like, whoa, that's bright.
Mm.
So your boy's gonna have glasses here.
There you go. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I don't know how I feel, man. I don't knock the glasses game, but I was told I don't have to wear them full time. But with everything I do, it's going to lean to full time, which I'm hoping leads to contacts down the road. Maybe we'll see.
There you go.
They're pretty sweet looking glasses. I'm good with them, but I just had to throw that out there. So Texas and Florida kick it off. I watched a lot of Texas, obviously. Texas fan from every sport this weekend. They have a sophomore pitcher. I can't think of her name. She is amazing. She played a lot for them against that Clemson series. And by the way, Clemson was really good. Just Texas was better down the stretch because Clemson won the first game. Texas won the next two. Actually, Clemson won the first game in extra innings. Texas won the second game in extra innings. And then the third game, Texas just was pretty much in control. But Florida's good too. Florida's good. Florida's going for their ninth playoff series here, whatever you want to call it, and Texas is going into their eighth. This for the colleges themselves. And I'm gonna kind of pick these games. Like I watched all these teams play recently, and up into the Super and etc. This Texas Florida series is gonna go 3 games, and I'm gonna give a slight nod to Texas, not because I'm a fan, just because I like it's the pitching for me. Their pitching is insane. But Florida's bats are something else too. So it's going to be like Texas defense versus Florida's offense. But I really, really like both of those teams. But Texas kind of slid at the end. I mean, they had 51 wins. It's kind of crazy taking that. But they were number 6 seed coming in. So they get to match up with Florida. Then you have Tennessee, Oklahoma. I mean, Oklahoma's Oklahoma. Again, they're going for their 5th straight championship. But that pitcher for Tennessee, again, I can't think of her name. She played she started all 3 games for them in that series against Nebraska, I believe is who they were playing, if I'm right. I could be wrong. She's phenomenal, dude. I think in every game she had 10 strikeouts. 10. She's great too. The problem is you're playing Oklahoma. And Oklahoma all around is just insane. Their batting, their pit. I mean, everything is Oklahoma. It's like they're just destined to win it every year. They find a way to make it back to the Women's College World Series every year. So we'll see what happens. What I like about this part of when you get to the College World Series for the women's, it's a double elimination round. It's not a 3-game series. It's a 1 game.
Yeah, it's round robin.
Exactly. I love how they do it up until this point. But I'm taking Oklahoma in that game. As much as I loved and watched Tennessee, I just don't see them beating Oklahoma. I'm not sure who could beat Oklahoma right now. But I'm taking Oklahoma.
Good luck.
Yeah, it's good luck. The Texas Tech and Ole Miss is going to be a really fun game to watch. Texas Tech beat up on Florida State and was unexpected.
Well,
again,
do you know why Texas Tech is where they're at right now?
Well,
they have a $1 million pitcher in the circle. Or is 1.1 million.
Their pitcher
is phenomenal.
Might be the best out of these 8 teams left.
Yes.
She is insane. And I watched her against that when they were playing against Florida State, and she was just something else, man.
Yeah.
She was something else. So based off of what I saw, and then Ole Miss, I mean, I forgot who they beat in the Super. But I expect Texas Tech to win that game. And Oregon, UCLA, I watched a lot of Oregon. Oregon has, again, all these teams have really good pitching, but Oregon's bats are pretty good. They get on base, and when they get on base, they score.
Yeah.
So with my pick, I know there is a 16 seed coming in. I'm going Oregon in that game as well. I'm going Oregon over UCLA, and then we would see what happens. And then Friday would be the first 2 elimination games.
The loser
2
games.
teams. Mm-hmm. Yeah, loser games. So
that's
where we're at with that.
I'm gonna say I want Texas to lose, but I'm gonna tell you why.
Okay.
I want them to win next year.
Okay. Oh yeah, because of Sneed. Yeah.
I want them to win next year because of Elisa Sneed, who we had
Mhm.
on. And when they do that, we can bring her back, and maybe she'll have the trophy with her.
Hey, by the way, since we've been talking softball, we have got up to 5.3K likes on TikTok. We were
Yes,
at
I've
3.
just seen that.
So thanks for all the love on TikTok. That's much appreciated, big time. We really appreciate all that. Yeah, I would love Texas to win it every year, but next year I would love it because of Alyssa Sneed's on there, and she was on the show. So I would love. I can't wait to. I mean, I'll be watching her play. She's on my team, so she'll be there next year. Florida's good though, man. I mean, this isn't a 3-game series like the Super. It's a one. I mean, you can't lose two.
Kind of thing.
Want to go home. So these first games tomorrow are going to be awesome to watch. I probably won't catch, but maybe the evening one, so I don't get to watch Texas play.
They're 11 o'clock. To keep up with it on the phone.
Yeah, exactly. Keep up with it on the phone. And then the men's kick off tomorrow. The men's, I don't know what they call the first round, but the men's college playoff series, whatever, they start tomorrow.
Yeah,
and there's a lot of games.
There's a crap ton of games.
There's a crap ton of
It's
games.
almost like the March Madness.
It's like the March Madness of baseball kicking off tomorrow.
Yeah.
So, and there's games all day for baseball tomorrow. So, baseball, softball is going to be strong tomorrow. So, if you're at home and you're into just sports, baseball and college will be the way to go tomorrow when it comes to softball.
Let me. What is that team's name? I got a semi story here. I forget the team's name. Is it baseball?
I'm looking at some of these matchups tomorrow, and I'm trying to see one that really pops out to me. The first round, is it just it's a regional round? Is it just a one game? Do you know? I don't know. I don't know much about.
I don't know off the top of my head.
Okay. Let's see. I mean, there's so
here we go. Okay, so listen to this. Okay, the LSUS Pilots.
Oh, I know. I already know what you're going at. I saw this.
56-0.
Is that college?
50. That is college. They are. I don't know what they are like. I want to say they might be NAIA. But I don't care what you are. 56-0, 30-0 in the conference. Evan said the Savannah Bananas.
Dude, I love the Savannah Bananas.
Hey, they got a new team in Texas. Did you see that?
Hey, I love watching them on TikTok. They are so fun to watch. I wish. Listen, I want to. I don't know what it is. I love watching them dancing.
That plays the Bananas. Yeah. Dude, they sell out arenas. I mean, it's unreal what they do. It's unreal what they do.
And they have to play. They're good. They're good at baseball. That's what's crazy is that they're very entertaining. But dude, they are good at baseball.
Yes, they are.
I love watching them. Hey, let me tell you what I love more. They have one umpire that I always see.
The big one in the back behind the catcher.
The little short guy, short kind of. He gets it with them. He is doing all the dances with them.
Yeah,
you would think he's cheating for him. That's the way he's always with them. But
yeah.
Well, I bet tickets are insane to go watch them. I mean, it's entertainment. It's like going to a concert / dance show / TikTok show, whatever you want to call it, and you get to see them play baseball.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's a lot of fun. I honestly like watching them. They're a lot of fun to watch, just in general. But yeah, so yeah, again, softball, baseball tomorrow. If you're into it, they start tomorrow.
Kind of transition a little bit off of the baseball, softball, and all that. Some NFL news, NFL football news. I've seen a report today that Kirk Cousins has officially asked for a trade from Atlanta.
I'm not surprised.
I'm not surprised either. But with that being said, who needs a Kirk Cousins? I have one team, but I don't think he'll get traded there.
I have one team too, and
who you got?
Pittsburgh.
I think the Saints.
Pittsburgh or the Saints? The Saints need somebody too.
They got the rookie in the second round. but I think you want to bring in a veteran.
Instead of the
Dolphins.
Dolphins.
Now, the Steelers do need somebody. I agree. But I'm telling you what the Steelers are doing. The Steelers are hanging on for Aaron Rodgers.
Yep.
They are hanging on for Aaron Rodgers with hopes that he comes and saves the season. But I'm going to tell you what hurt Aaron Rodgers to Pittsburgh is, hey, whoa, hold up now, Evan. You went a little too far with that one. That last one, you're a little too far, Evan.
I said Cowboys, Jaguars. He's naming up everybody.
But hey, the dude that I seen that posted that he got released, one of the comments was he needs to be traded to a team in Washington that needs a quarterback really bad.
The Commanders.
I was like, what? The DC, the XFL team. The DC. The DC Defenders. I was like, oh, okay. I see what you're doing here. I see it was a troll thing, but he really did ask for a release. I'm curious to see how that plays out.
I got a question. Here's a question. Here's a true question of that. If it's not the Steelers, if it's not the Saints, where can he really go and produce next year? Like year one, like you're taking the starting job. If it's neither one of those teams, where can he go?
I'm gonna tell you where I would honestly, if it's not the Steelers, if it's not the Saints, I think there's legitimately only one more spot for him to go, and I don't think he would start. I think he would be there because they're unsure about the starter, and that would be back to Minnesota.
Does he do that though?
I mean, I don't know why. Hey, look right there. Look what Evan just said in the TikTok. Just the same time that I said it, Evan says it because they don't know about JJ. You don't know what you're getting. You let what was his name? Who was their quarterback last year?
Sam Darnold.
Darnold. You let Darnold walk. You have no idea what JJ's bringing to the table. Yeah, you drafted him to be that guy, but your team is set up pretty good. Minnesota's pretty good. So that's really the only one that I could see. He could go. He can't go to New Orleans because I don't think Atlanta trades him to the division. Now, granted, he's trash, and if they do trade him, they're just going to pick him off like they do in practice. So it really doesn't matter. But that's just kind of my thinking on it.
Can I say something crazy?
Yeah.
This is crazy, and the Colts is another one. I like the Colts.
The Colts. Well, I think they run with Anthony Richards one more time. I think this is Anthony Richards' make or break year. And if not, I think they do some shuffling and play for the draft.
I got a question, and you'll know where my mind's going. If you're the Giants, just listen to me. If you're the Giants, I know you got Jackson Dart. I get it. Like, he's your future. But coming into this year, I know this just happened, so it would be stupid. It'd be an insane trade. I don't even know how it happens. But do you trade Russell Wilson to Atlanta? Listen to me. And get Kirk Cousins to be the guy for this year?
No.
Okay.
I think this is just my opinion. I think by week 9, Jackson Dart is the starter in New York. I think they go forward for 2 or 3 years with Dart unless he becomes the guy. I think he gets 2 or 3 years as a starting quarterback there. But in no terms do I trade for a $55 million quarterback who isn't very good.
Yes, he had a terrible year last year. I don't know. That's Evan said yes. You'd make that trade.
Oh, really?
If he's talking about what I said, if that's what he's talking about.
Do I think Kirk Cousins is a professional who can help somebody grow? Yes. I think Kirk Cousins could be a Joe Flacco, who could mentor, who could grow,
And that's where I'm leading up to them. Like Russell Wilson, not knocking him, but he's coming in for playing time.
Oh yeah,
If it was my organization, I know we just signed him, but I'm looking at will Russell Wilson be okay? Week 9 comes around. Let's say the Giants are 3-6. Okay, because you got the Giants roster, like they have Malik Neighbors, they have some defensive weapons. They have Cam Scatterboo now, right?
yeah.
Let's just say they're 3-6. I hope they're not that bad, but it's not looking good. Okay. Is Russell Wilson going to be okay with Dable coming to him saying, listen, we got to start for the future. We're going to bench you for Jackson Dart. If it was Kirk Cousins, I mean, Kirk Cousins might take it a little bit better thing. Because look what happened. I mean, look what happened in Atlanta. His time in Atlanta was done. Like it was done regardless, I think.
So here's my thing on it. If Kirk and this is kind of off subject but on subject, as far as just being a mentor, again, I think Kirk Cousins could be just like Joe Flacco. I think he could be a really good veteran mentor. I think his price tag is a little high at $50 million a year.
It is, of course.
But I'm going to tell you where I would love to see him go because I think he's a decent quarterback. I think he knows the game. I just don't think he's very good. I would love to see him in Carolina with Bryce Young. Because Bryce Young came on at the end of the year, really showed that he's pretty good. He's not a bad quarterback. But with that being said, with Evan's comment on why can't rookies wait, for me, I think if you're drafted in the first round of the NFL playoff or NFL draft, you should be on the field playing. We're giving you X amount of dollars. Most of them are fully guaranteed. Not only that, they traded back into the first to get him. So they gave up next year's one to go up and get him. Mm-hmm. So that lets me know they believe in him. They want him. Yeah, does it work? Like Patrick Mahomes set for a year behind and learned, and I get that. But look at the Tennessee Titans. They picked number 1 for a reason. They're not a good football team. Sitting for 1 year is not going to make them a better football team. I think he goes out there, gets his, not just like Peyton Manning. Go out there and throw for 30 interceptions your rookie year and grow from it. Build on that. That's just my opinion. Again, that's how I kind of look at it. If I draft you in the first round, especially top 10, I was pretty bad. I was a bad football team. And you sitting for a year is not going to make me any better. We drafted you to help us get better, even if it's one game. Even if we were 2-15 and now we're 3-14, that one game mattered. Mm-hmm. Again, that's just kind of my side take on that.
I think depending on where you're at when you're making the change or thinking about making the change is depending on like rookies waiting. Like let's just say 5 games into the year, the Giants are 0-5.
They make the switch immediately. Well, let me rephrase that. I think they go to Winston. I think they go to Jameis. I think they want Dart to grow. I really do believe that. But eventually Dart is going to be the starting quarterback in New York this coming season. It's not going to be next season. It's not. Now, barring they go 17-0, you know what I mean, and they're just rolling with Wilson now, Dart is going to start at some point. I think it's week 9, 10. I think they're out of everything by then. I think they're going to be picking top 5. Well, they won't have the pick, so it won't matter.
They've got, listen, with Malik Neighbors, you've got to get him the ball.
Yeah.
That dude is a superstar wide receiver in the making.
Yep.
I think everybody knows that, right? This is what I'm doing if I'm the Giants. Russell Wilson, 4 or 5 games in, ain't giving it to me. Give me Jameis Winston. If Jameis Winston ain't giving me
Jameis gets a game. I give Jameis a game.
If he ain't producing, you got to go to Jackson Dart.
Yeah.
And then that's where you stick it. And then you don't do what Texas did with
Go and then go back and then I agree.
that stuff's got to stop with all these players, because like don't do that to your players. Like with your veterans, yes, it's okay to do that because like you're a veteran, you should be able to handle that. But with like what they did to Manning, you take Ewers out. He wasn't performing. You put Manning in, and then you go right back to Ewers the next game or the next series. You can't do that. Not a game against Georgia. It's the same scenario here.
Yeah, I agree, 100%.
If you're starting your back and weren't producing, you got to play Dart. In my opinion, you have to.
I guess while we're kind of talking about college, I don't know if you saw this when I put it on there, but we got a little early prediction record.
Why did you do this? Please, why you're jinxing my team right now, man? Don't do this.
I want to get your take on this.
I don't like it.
Evan said Winston's going to eat one dub. My all-time favorite Jameis Winston, going back real quick, my all-time favorite Jameis Winston, he was with the Browns, and he was trying to give a little pep talk, and he was just overselling it. And he was like, we got to play for this on this helmet. Well, this helmet's just brown, but we got to play for it. And I was like, what are you doing, Jameis?
I love Jameis Winston.
Yes,
I love him.
He is a great teammate. He's a great teammate.
I think if he's on your team, he's your best teammate you have.
Yes. He wants everybody to win. I love it.
Yes, he wants everybody to win, and he is very enthusiastic. Like he's all about the team game. And I love that. I love it. But going back to this, man, I hate it. I hate that my team's up top because this never happens. When I see my team at projected 12-0, it ain't gonna happen. Listen, Texas spent $40 million between their rosters and everything this season.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of money.
That's a lot of money.
Should they do this? Of course they should do it. They have the roster. Are they? They're not going 12-0.
They're going to find out first game of the season.
Oh.
They play Ohio State right out of the gate.
Can I give a prediction? First game?
Yeah.
Texas by 21.
I like it.
Texas. Listen, I'm not hyping this team up. This team's for real. Like, they were hyped last year, and rightfully so. They had an amazing defense. I love Quinn Ewers. I love him so much. Like, I was so glad he came back to Texas after going to Ohio State. If Manning would have been the starter, I think Texas might have went further. Because I'm talking about game one. Like, if Ewers, let's say he would have left, whatever. I don't like the stamping of 12-0. I like 11-1. I just don't like the 12-0. Like, I do. I do. I think they beat up on Ohio State, get the revenge. I think a beating's coming. Texas defense is going to be unreal. That defense is going to be the best defense in college football next year, right there with probably Georgia, even with A&M. I think A&M's defense is going to
A&M lost so much. They lost their whole defensive line.
You don't
We're
think
going to struggle. No.
You think
A&M. There's three things that I would switch on this. I would drop A&M down to 9-3. I would move Bama and OU. I would switch them. And I would put South Carolina at 10-2. I think South Carolina is going to be phenomenal. I think y'all didn't know this, but I'm a Horns fan too. Evan,
let's go.
I really thought me and you had something, man. I thought we were really, especially with the Steelers and the Minnesota stuff. And then you go put stuff like this.
Yeah,
I mean,
Texas in the house, baby.
That's sad, Evan. I'm just going to put it out there. It ruined my whole show. I don't know if I can even continue. But
I'm right there with you, Derek. I'd make some changes. Was that all your changes? Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Was that all? Okay.
I would drop them down. I would switch to Alabama, OU, and I would move South Carolina up.
Okay. So here's where I'm at. I'm taking off the 12-0 and I'm putting 11-1 Texas. I still have them at the top, but I'm not going to I'm not going to give them 12-0. You're going to lose a game. It's going to happen. Like I just feel like it will. It's Texas. We lose a game we shouldn't lose. It's going to happen. I'm going to drop A&M down to the 9-3 bracket. Okay. Mm-hmm. And I'm going to take OU down to 8-4. I think they'll be better than they were last year, but Texas A&M is going to. I just have them at that 9-3. They may get that 10-2, but I'm going to go 9-3.
I don't. They're going to do exactly what they do every year. They destroy teams they shouldn't. When they destroyed number 9 Missouri, they beat LSU. They go on the road and lose to South Carolina. Then they lose another game, and then they go to Texas, and then the offense just completely – or Texas comes to A&M. The offense completely – if they score one offensive touchdown, it's a whole different ballgame. And I mean, you're playing to go to the SEC championship game, and you don't score a touchdown.
This is where I'm going to throw you for a loop. I am moving South Carolina up to where A&M is.
Oh, I said the same thing.
Oh, did you say 10-2?
Yeah, 10-2. I think Sellers is going to play possibly Heisman. I think he's top 5 Heisman, without a question.
Not only that, Derek, that defensive end is coming back, and that defensive end, he will be the number 1 pick next year, I think, if Ewers doesn't come out.
He isn't eligible. He's only a sophomore. He was a freshman.
That's right.
He's got one. He's got one more. One more season. But yeah, he will be the number 1 pick when he comes out.
I'm gonna make another change. I'm keeping Alabama and Ole Miss where they're at. You're gonna call me crazy. I said I don't know. Did I move Oklahoma out of the 9-3 spot yet?
No.
Okay. I'm moving Oklahoma down to the 8-4 spot. Give me Florida. Give me Florida.
At 9-3.
Mm-hmm. Remember.
DJ Way. Running with Lagway?
I'm running with Lagway. Like, remember what they did in last year? They beat some teams. They beat some teams last year at the end of the year. When healthy, they beat some teams. They did. So I really like this Florida team. I like the South Carolina. See, here's where I'm confused. What are we going to get from Tennessee? Who's the quarterback, right? No, I don't think they can't get worse than they were last year, I don't think. But
yeah, I don't know who what's his name? Uiagalelei or whatever. He went to UCLA.
Yeah. I just don't know what we're getting from Tennessee. Auburn, 9-3? I don't know about that.
So have you seen the new it's not new, I'm sorry. It's a proposed 15-1. Have you seen that for the college football playoffs? Mm-mm. It is no conference championships do not matter.
Yep.
It is straight seeding. It is 4. Let me make sure I get this right. SEC and Big Ten get 4 teams in. ACC and Big 12 get 3 teams in. Then you have 2 spots left, which is the highest ranked other one, which is more or less going to be Notre Dame.
I was going to say Notre Dame.
And then your one group of 5. Okay? Mm-hmm. The SEC commissioner does not like that. He says he would rather keep it the way it is than to give the ACC and the Big 12 3 teams apiece because they don't deserve it. And I 100% agree with him. 100% agree with him.
So SEC only gets 4 teams.
SEC and Big Ten get 4 apiece.
Okay.
That's half the bracket.
So, predictions. You could say Texas gets in. We're just going to go right off what we expect the season to be like. So you're going to get Texas and Georgia in. I think you could say those are.
Yeah, I mean, if you look here, you would get Texas, Georgia, A&M, and LSU.
I don't like it.
I mean, if
you leave out South Carolina again, who we thought.
Well, I mean, if we're using these records, then 8-4 doesn't get them in.
That's crazy. That is
But like I said,
insane.
that's just using that. But
Wow.
I will say something that Greg Sankey brought up that I absolutely freaking love. And I'm talking, I love it. However they do it, on championship weekend,
Mhm.
Notre Dame should play the highest ranked team left.
I agree.
And the winner gets in.
Agreed.
This
100%.
year, do you know who it would have been this year? It would have been Notre Dame, Ole Miss.
Ole Miss wins.
It would have been Notre Dame, Ole Miss for a chance to go to the college football playoffs. And I love that. I love it.
I just don't understand, Derek, how Notre Dame gets a pass, man. I know we talked about
Every
it.
single year they get a pass. And I harped on this back during football season. When COVID hit, I would have made Notre Dame sign a 10-year contract if they wanted. They already play ACC basketball. They already play ACC in every other sport. I would have made them sign because that was the only way you could have made the playoffs back then. That was the only way you had to play your conference games to get a chance to do it. They jumped into the ACC for 1 year. I would have made them sign a 10-year deal with the ACC or a 10-year deal with the Big Ten. Whoever they went, I would have made them sign a contract. And I would have put the buyout at $500 million or something crazy so they couldn't have just went back on it after 1 year.
I just don't understand how they keep getting a pass every year. And I love their coach. I love Marcus Freeman.
Oh, I do
love
too.
him.
I think he won the locker room from the moment they announced him as the coach. I think he's phenomenal.
When they heard Mar, they were insane. Yeah. They didn't even need to hear the rest.
I would be shocked. I would be shocked if in 2 years he's still there, and I'd be even more shocked if in 4 years he's still in college. I think he would thrive in the NFL. And we talked about him possibly going to the Cowboys. I mean, that was we said Ben Johnson, Marcus Freeman. I mean, that 31 point game with 6 minutes to go. So this game's over. That series is over with. OKC hosting the finals.
Yep. Yeah. I mean, I can't believe we were talking college football. I felt good talking college football again.
Oh, 100 days. 100 days. We're back. 100 days. I'm ready for the preview show. I'm ready for the whole 9 yards of coming football.
I'm excited for Texas. I'm excited for everything. I'm excited for A&M. I'm excited to see where I hope A&M's offense is healthy this year. Because remember what happened to them offensively last year? The quarterback situation, I think, killed them down the stretch. The unknowns until they finally went with Reed. Now you have him an off season of really growing and seeing what he does offensively, what Terry Bussey does. You get the running back room back. Like,
oh, dude, DeAndre's down there. Hey, I text him once a week, just checking in with him so he don't forget about us. He said everything's going good, man. Everything's great. He said he's loving it. So
hey, we have a shout out since we're on college ball. Colt is in Texas State.
Have you been seeing the stuff I've been posting?
I've been seeing it. I've been liking everything with his dad and his mom.
Yes.
I'm excited for Texas State. We have a couple guys. You have him.
Jackson at La Tech.
Jackson at La Tech.
Simeon. Texas State.
The defensive tackle from Brownsboro, Texas State.
Yeah, I mean, the kid from Longview, North Texas. Reese. The Reese kid from North Texas.
Dude, we're going back. It seems like that was yesterday, and that was like in November or January. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's been a long time. That's what I was just literally I was literally just looking at my calendar just from the start of this year. Who we've had on. Yeah, I mean it's been a wild ride.
Yes. Hey, by the way, shout out to North Carolina women's team winning the lacrosse national championship.
Speaking of that, I've reached out to 3 of those players.
I've been seeing them on TikTok on our page, and I haven't reached out, but I had a feeling you were going to do it. So hey,
I did. I reached out to 3 of them just to see if anything would stick.
Who won the men's? I don't even know.
I don't know.
They played the same day, but it was later. Let me pull. I want to pull that up real quick and see who won the men's.
Yeah, I don't know who won the men's.
Well, I think it's been like Notre Dame and Duke's been good the last couple of years. I'm just curious who won the men's lacrosse. Men's lacrosse. More sports. Here we go. College.
No, I'm just going to take a shot in the dark. I'm going to say Cornell.
Okay, I'll tell you here in a minute. Here we go. Lacrosse. It was Cornell.
Nice.
They
Thanks,
won
Evan.
13.
Evan told me on TikTok. I just seen this comment.
Oh, come on, Evan. You were so let him gas. But yeah, Cornell beat Maryland 13-10.
Nice.
Wow. So fun. I'm excited.
Yeah. So I've got some stuff out. Waiting on some replies. And maybe something we'll need to talk about here in the near future. Possibly getting 2 more shows on. Maybe. One, I'm kind of talking to one on TikTok right now, and then we'll talk about the one that Evan's kind of brought up to us.
Mm-hmm.
Still watching a couple of those episodes, kind of seeing what she's about. So it's all good so far. I mean, I really enjoy watching it and listening to her.
Hey, I'll tell you something that what I like, and Evan, I want to appreciate you for sending that to us. I like different.
Yes.
I love different. And that's different for us. I hope it would grow. I don't want to say nothing yet because I don't. But I hope it would help. I mean, that person seems interested. It'd be a completely different avenue for us, but I love it.
Perfect time slot. Right in the middle of the day, 2 days a week.
Yes.
So that's huge.
So Evan, we appreciate you bringing that to our attention, and we're definitely going to talk about it, and we'll let everybody know what's going on. But yeah, we have some great things going on with
Crew Talk in 2 weeks, 2 Mondays. January 9th. That'll be live.
June 9th. I said January. I meant June.
Yeah, June 9th. Yeah.
I said January. But yeah, June 9th, Crew Talk will do their first live. And Evan and Caleb did their first live last Sunday. She's got some Texas roots too. Another Cowboys fan. There we go. Keep it.
There we go.
Got to outshine. We got to outshine the Philly boys. We have to.
And the Denver guys. We've already outshined the Philly guys because they only had 2. We had 4 Cowboys with the other one. The Brew Crew, they kind of, and Evan and them, they're Broncos fans, so they kind of outdid us.
Yeah, it's all right though. We're coming on. We're trying to get all the Cowboys in here, all the Cowboys fans. So yeah, so I mean, again, Derek's been working on some things for expanding our network here, and so we don't have any guests upcoming yet, but we're working on some stuff.
Yeah. Hey, I'll tell you somebody else that I reached out to, and this is a complete left field pull. I don't even know if it's going to work. You might not even know who this chick is. You know who Gabby Marshall is?
I do.
From Iowa?
Mm-hmm.
I sent her a message just to see if she wanted to come on and talk about time at Iowa, and then just kind of what she's doing since then. I know she went back to school at UNC to kind of finish her degree. I don't know what she's going for, but she's not playing those sports or anything. So I just kind of threw that out there to see what she's been up to.
That's huge. Again, I mean, empty benches. Okay, see,
yeah.
You got Luke Garza out there from Minnesota, so that tells you where
it's over with. Hey, Luke Garza was the man at Purdue in college, 2-time player of the year.
I know he was a man, but he ain't been too much of the man in the NBA.
No. Let's just see something real quick right before we hop off. I know we're kind of wrapping up. I just want to see something.
Oh, by the way, I'm going to change our cameras. Again, everyone watching TikTok, whatever, please, if you don't follow us, scan the QR code on the screen. It takes you to all of our links. You can find us on all of our socials or listening platforms on here, and it would really help us grow, and we would really appreciate it. So I'm going to leave it up here for you to scan.
Massive shout out to Rudy Gobert and Mike Conley. They played 40 minutes tonight, 19 and 21. They had 2 points combined. 2 points. Combined. So Gobert was 2 points, 5 rebounds. Conley was 0 points, 1 assist, 2 steals.
Let me tell you what I would have done if I was Minnesota. After that first quarter, I'm benching him, not putting Dillingham in. Why not? You already
Dillingham.
He didn't. I mean, he's playing
He's
now.
played
Probably
2 minutes. He's played 2 minutes.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, and now this is what I talk about. Julius Randle had 24 points tonight. Ant had 19. You look at this, you say, man, Julius Randle was the number one option. No, Ant's your number one option. He didn't show up at all. Ant was a no-show tonight. And it was from the jump. But Gobert is gone. I mean, gone. Leave him in OKC. Tell him the bus is leaving tomorrow and just get out of there tonight.
Make him take an Uber back. He's got the money.
Don't even let him take an Uber back. Be like, bro, you don't even have. We sent all your stuff somewhere else. The Shanghai Sharks need you.
Go play with Jeremy Lin.
Yeah, Jeremy Lin and Rashad McCants.
Shout out to Jeremy Lin. He was good. I liked him. I
did too. Insanity was a fun 5-week stretch.
He was just a 1 year wonder. I mean, but yeah, that 1 year in New York, he was actually kind of crazy. He came out of nowhere. But
yeah.
Well, guys, we appreciate everybody watching as always.
Everybody, especially on TikTok, man. TikTok blew up tonight.
Yeah, we had a 7.7K likes on the TikTok, so we appreciate that big time. Appreciate Evan for sticking around pretty much the whole time. Appreciate all the love from everybody, Josh, everyone. We appreciate it big time.
That's it.
Appreciate for our special guest, a.k.a. Dash Davis, had a good moment of laughter. So good job for that, Dash. He is actually asleep now. So good. So we'll see. Tomorrow, On Time Sports, solo.
Maybe probably solo, Mr. Eddie. Casey said he might try to pop in if they get stuff done. Got a big wedding this weekend. Shout out to Casey getting married.
Yeah,
he said he might pull out some characters tomorrow, so it'll be fun to watch. I don't know. He's been working on some, so I don't know who he's been working on, but it's going to be exciting to see. Friday night golf. Week 6, I think 6 or 7.
I think it's 6.
Either way, always fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's exciting to get to play golf and just kind of hang out for a little bit. And then back again Sunday night with us.
Yep, Sunday at 7, and then at midnight catch Evan and Caleb.
That's right.
Evan and Caleb midnight, Sunday, Monday, whatever you want to call it.
Hopefully we'll have a little more information kind of going forward where we're at and what we got going on with the show.
Yep. So keep following us, keep interacting with us again. QR code's up on the screen. Scan it if you don't follow us, and come follow us, and we will see. Again, be here for On Time Sport tomorrow, whether it's William and Casey or just William, and then be with us here Friday for a little bit of golf. Hopefully, I do better this week. I've been really slacking the last couple of weeks. I don't know what's going on.
But
maybe it's the glasses. I was only like 3 under, 4 under. It wouldn't
2 under.
Maybe it's the glasses. Maybe when I get my glasses, I can actually see the green.
My son had to have glasses. He wears glasses, but just in school. Because it does something depending on where he sits. He has to wear them for certain classes. If he's too far back, and man, dude, his grades started improving a whole bunch in those classes, which they're not bad. But he just kind of said he struggled a little bit in those classes, and he put the glasses on and it went up.
Well, hopefully it does it for me too when it comes to my golf.
Yeah, I hope your golf score goes up as well when you wear the glasses.
I hope so too. If it does, I mean that's just cheats, I guess. I don't know. But all right, guys. Well, everybody have a good rest of your week, and we will see y'all Friday.
That's it. Later, buddy.